going to keep reading The Crossover. I hope that you guys are enjoying this book as much as I am. I think that it's a really cool book. All right, this poem is called Third Wheel. You walk into the library, glance over the music section. You look through the magazines. You even sit at a desk and pretend to study. You ask the librarian where you can find the giver. She says something odd. Did you find your friend? Then she points upstairs on the second floor. You pass by the computers. Kids checking their Facebook, more kids in line waiting to check their Facebook. In the biography section, you see an old man reading The Tipping Point. You walk down the last aisle, teen fiction, and come to the reason you're here. You remove the book from the shelf, and there, behind the last row of books, you find the friend the librarian was talking about. Only she's not your friend, and she's with your brother. Tipping point. The point when an object shifts from one position into a new, entirely different one. As in, my dad says the tipping point of our country's economy was housing gamblers and greedy bankers. As in, if we get one C on our report cards, I'm afraid Mom will reach her tipping point and that will be the end of basketball. As in, today at the library, I went upstairs, walked down an aisle, pulled the giver off the shelf, and found my tipping point. Surprised. I have it all planned out. When we walk to the game, I will talk to JB man to man about how he's spending way more time with Alexis than with me and Dad. Except when I hear the horn, I look outside my window and it's raining and JB is jumping into a car with Miss Sweet Tea and her dad ruining my plan. Conversation. In the car, I ask Dad if going to the doctor will kill him. He tells me he doesn't trust doctors, that my grandfather did, and look where it got him, 6 feet under at 45. But my mom says your dad was really sick, I tell him, and Dad just rolls his eyes, so I try something different. I tell him that just because your teammate gets fouled on the layup doesn't mean you shouldn't ever drive the lane again. He looks at me, laughs so loud we almost don't hear the flashing blues behind us. Game time, 6 o'clock p.m. At 5:28 p.m., a cop pulls us over because Dad has a broken taillight. At 5:30, the officer approaches the car and asks Dad for his driver's license and registration. At 5:32, the team leaves the locker room and pre-game warm-ups begin without me. At 5:34, Dad explained to the officer that his license is in his wallet, which is in his jacket at home. At 5:37, Dad says, "Look, sir, my name is Chuck Bell, and I'm just trying to get my boy to his basketball game." At 5:47, while Coach leads the Wildcats in team prayer, I pray Dad won't get arrested. At 5:48, the cop smiles after verifying Dad's identity on Google and says, "You the man." At 5:50, Dad autographs a Krispy Kreme napkin for the officer and gets a warning for his broken taillight. At 6:01, we arrive at the game, but on my sprint into the gym, I slip and fall in the mud. This is my second year playing for the Reggie Lewis Wildcats, and I've started every game until tonight when Coach tells me to go get cleaned up, then find a seat on the bench. I try to tell him that it wasn't my fault. He doesn't want to hear about sirens and broken taillights. Josh, better an hour too soon than a minute too late, he says, turning his attention back to JB and the guys on the court, all of whom are pointing and laughing at me. Basketball rule number 6. A great team has a good scorer with a teammate who's on point and ready to assist. Josh's play-by-play. At the beginning of the second half, we're up 23 to 12. I enter the game for the first time. I'm just happy to be back on the floor. When my brother and I are on the court together, the team is unstoppable, unfadable, and yes, undefeated. JB brings the ball up court, passes the ball to Vondi. He shoots it back to JB. I call for the ball. JB finds me in the corner. I know y'all think it's time for the pick and roll, but I've got something else in mind. I get the ball off on the left side. JB is setting the pick. Here it comes. I roll it to his right. The double team is on me, leaving JB free. He's got his hands in the air, looking for the dish for me. Dad likes to say, when Jordan Bell is open, you can take his 3 to the bank, cash it in, 'cause it's all money. Tonight, I'm going for broke. I see JB's wide open, McDonald's drive-thru open, but I've got my own plans. The double team is still on me, like feathers on a bird. Ever seen an eagle soar? So high, so fly. Me and my wings are. That's when I remember. My wings are gone. Coach Hawkins is out of his seat. Dad is on his feet screaming. JB is screaming. The crowd's screaming. Filthy, pass the ball. The shot clock is at 5. I dribble out of the double team. 4. Everything comes to a head. 3. I see Jordan. 2. You want it that bad? Here you go. 1. This poem is called Before. Today I walk into the gym, covered in more dirt than a chimney, when JB screams, "Filthies McNasty!" The whole team laughs, even coach. Then I get benched for the entire first half for being late. Today I watch as we take a big lead and JB makes 4 threes in a row. I hear the crowd cheer for JB, especially Mom and Dad. Then I see JB wink at Miss Sweet Tea after he hits a stupid free throw. Today I finally get into the game at the start of the second half. JB sets a wicked pick for me, just like Coach showed us in practice, and I get double teamed on the roll, just like we expect. Today, I watch JB get open and wait for me to pass. Instead, I dribble, try and get out of the trap, and watch as Coach and Dad scream for me to pass. Today, I plan on passing the ball to JB, but when I hear him say, "Filthy! Give me the ball!" I dribble over to my brother, fire a pass so hard it levels him, the blood from his nose still shooting after the long shot clock buzzer goes off.